Welcome to this video on the 1994 Rwanda Civil War, one of the most brutal and devastating conflicts of the 20th century. In just 100 days, an estimated 800,000 people lost their lives, as ethnic tensions between the Hutu and Tutsi groups erupted into violence. Let's dive into the events that led up to the conflict and how it unfolded. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the early 20th century, when the Belgian colonizers created an ethnic divide between the Hutu and Tutsi groups, favoring the latter for their perceived superiority. This division created resentment and tension between the two groups, which were exacerbated during the post-colonial period. In 1990, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF, a Tutsi-led rebel group, launched an attack on Rwanda from Uganda, sparking a civil war that would last for 4 years. Despite international peace efforts, the conflict continued, leading up to the assassination of Rwandan President Juvénal Habyarimana in April 1994. The assassination triggered a wave of violence, as Hutu extremists launched a genocide against Tutsi civilians and moderate Hutus. The Interahamwe, a militia group formed by the Hutu government, targeted Tutsi civilians and moderate Hutus, massacring them in their homes, churches, and schools. As the violence escalated, the international community failed to intervene effectively, despite early warnings of an impending genocide. The United Nations peacekeeping mission, UNAMIR, was understaffed and ill-equipped, and its mandate was limited to monitoring a ceasefire between the Rwandan government and the RPF. As the conflict raged on, the RPF made significant gains, eventually seizing control of the country in July 1994. The genocide came to an end. The 1994 Rwanda Civil War was a tragic event that left deep scars on the Rwandan people and the international community. In the aftermath of the conflict, Rwanda faced numerous challenges, including rebuilding its economy and infrastructure, as well as addressing the psychological trauma and social divisions created by the conflict. The country has made significant progress since then, with sustained economic growth, investments in education and healthcare, and the promotion of national unity and reconciliation. The Rwandan government has also implemented measures to promote justice, such as the establishment of the Gacaca courts to try individuals accused of participating in the genocide. The international community has also taken steps to learn from the Rwanda experience and strengthen its response to conflict prevention and resolution. The United Nations has established a number of institutions to monitor and prevent genocide, including the Office of the Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide and the International Criminal Court. Despite these efforts, however, the world continues to face conflicts and violence that threaten the lives and well-being of millions of people. It is important to remember the lessons of Rwanda and work towards a world where ethnic and religious differences are celebrated, rather than used as a justification for violence and hatred. As individuals, we can also play a role in promoting peace and understanding by learning about different cultures, advocating for human rights, and supporting organizations that work towards conflict resolution and reconciliation.